Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make old-fashioned homemade eggnog. Eggnog is a holiday favorite, and once you go homemade, you'll never go back to store-bought. It's super easy and super delicious. Start by heating 2.5 cups of milk in a saucepan over medium-low heat. Add in 4 or 5 whole cinnamon sticks and about 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves. Then I pour in about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Every holiday season, stores stock their shelves with a special peppermint treat, the candy cane. But who actually invented the candy cane, and why the shape? The truth is, no one knows for sure who actually invented candy canes, but there is a common legend about their origin that may or may not be true. The folktale goes like this. In the 1600s, a choir master at a cathedral gave his choir boys.
In the Middle Ages, when snow fell, it was like free art supplies fell from the sky. And it was a chance for people who didn't have the ability to write or to read even. All of a sudden, now you had a chance for someone to do artwork or to express themselves. And that's exactly what happened. Great artists sometimes use snow as a medium in the same way they would use stone. We have had people who you'd never expect making snowmen, including like great artists like Michelangelo. And if you go even...
The season of Advent always includes the 4 Sundays before Christmas. It's a time of waiting as we prepare our hearts and lives for the coming of the Christ child. And using the Advent wreath and its candles is a way that many are celebrating Advent at church and in the home. Now, there are usually 4 purple or blue candles on a circular wreath showing the 4 weeks of Advent, with a white candle right at the center called the Christ candle. Now, often families or members of the congregation help mark the 4 Sundays of Advent.
In vino veritas, in wine truth. That was Pliny the Elder's fancy way of saying, give me a few glasses of wine and I'll really tell you what I think of you. So, you can't get mad at me if I get a little mouthy after just a few glasses of the incredible spiced wine of ancient Rome. So a big thank you to Bright Cellars for not only sponsoring this video, but for actually giving me the idea to do it in the first place. The wines of ancient Rome, this time on Drinking History.
Saint Nicholas was a Christian bishop who helped those in need. After his death, the legend of his gift-giving grew. Saint Nicholas has become the legendary character named Santa Claus, who brings Christmas presents to children around the world. Saint Nicholas was born around 280 AD, an area that is part of present day. He lost both of his parents as a young man, and then used his inheritance to help the poor and sick.
In the 1820s, a man named Poinsett became the first United States ambassador to Mexico. He was a botany enthusiast and sent some cuttings of a reddish plant he found in Mexico back to his greenhouse. In the United States, this new colorful plant became named the poinsettia. The plant became such a massive hit that a National Poinsettia Day is celebrated every year on the anniversary of Poinsett's death on December 12th.
Welcome, it's lovely to have you.
Hi, thank you so much.
What have you started?
I work for Santa Claus, so you can take it up with him.
So
Yes.
how did it start? Because this has Scandinavian roots, doesn't it?
I have heard elf traditions certainly coming from Scandinavia, but in our house, Santa used to send an elf to watch over us during the day and, of course, would fly back and report to him every night. And that's what my mom told us growing up. And then every day, the elf would fly back.
I think there was a time when, in all sorts of places, these old customs used to exist, but it hardly ever died out. And in recent years, I've especially wanted to cherish this old custom, and so every Christmas Eve, I hang a spray of mistletoe. So what does it mean? Well, mistletoe has for thousands of years probably been a sign of good fellowship and of love.
For adults only, you can add a little bit of alcohol for a spiked eggnog this holiday season.
The folktale goes like this. In the 1600s, a German choir master at a cathedral in Cologne gave his choir boys candy sticks to keep them.
Вопросов сразу много. Что это торчит справа? Как определить половую принадлежность этого? Почему это сидит на костре и что у него с лицом?
So, in 1839, he took a large cartwheel and turned it into an Advent wreath on steroids. Not only were there 4 large thick white candles representing the
Few glasses of this conditum paradoxum, the incredible spiced wine of ancient Rome. The ancient Romans loved their wine, and they really enjoyed zhuzh.
Saint Nicholas was born around 280 AD in Patara, Lycia, an area that is part of present-day Turkey. He lost both of his parents.
In the 1820s, a man named Joel Roberts Poinsett became the first United States ambassador to Mexico. He was a botany enthusiast and sent some cuttings.
But in our house, Santa used to send an elf to watch over us during the day and, of course, would fly back and report to him every night. And that's what my mom told us growing up.
I think there was a time when, in all sorts of places, these old customs used to exist, but here at York, it hardly ever died out.